summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hand and walk with me. All summer long we sing a song and then we stroll that golden sand, oh yeah. Ah, two sweethearts and that summer wind. Like painted kites, those days and nights, they went flying by. The world was new beneath the blue umbrella sky. Then softer than a piper man, one day it called to you. Oh, and I lost you to the summer wind. Come on. The autumn wind and the winter wind, now they've come and gone. And still the days, those lonely days, they go on and on. Guess who sighs these lullabies through nights they'll never end? Ah, my fickle friend, summer wind, the summer wind, warm summer wind. Thank you. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, I love you.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Monday ending February already.
President's Day.
Which what?
President's Day is today. Everyone's off except us. Welcome to the world of media.
Did you see on the news my president is now going to be in hospice?
FB is back, sounding great, Frank. Yes, Charlotte, he is back and he's sounding amazing.
I think he sounds better.
It's been a while. You know
I
what
close
they
my
say?
eyes and I see
Absence makes the heart grow fonder, they say.
I tell you, well, we have to have
My brother
FB
from
Day.
another mother. Hey, Frankie Barbado from Frank Ruffolo.
Everybody miss you, Frankie.
So Frank's going to be joining us on Wednesday. Yeah, we missed you, Frank. Welcome back.
Well, it's great to be back.
It is nice to have you back. We had a full show lined up. It's President's Day. A lot of people are off, so get comfy. We've got some music. We've got some Aaron on the night train tonight. We've got all-in-one benefits. We've got Mariska joining us from the Cornell Museum. A lot of great things. Karen Latin Hustle, and we've got Meta Lifestyle Magazine. March. Is this the February edition or March? February's edition with us. Oh, goodness, on the back cover. Larger than life is all I can tell you.
Yeah. What's wrong with this guy's head? What happened to
Your head and my hair.
Where'd you get this picture? My God, this is like...
There's nothing wrong with your head on that.
Oh, please.
Look at you. Danielle did a great headshot on that. Based
look
in
like a
South
mannequin.
Florida and broadcasting worldwide, the Metal
Nice.
Lifestyle Magazine. Tune in tomorrow at 3 o'clock and then again at 7 o'clock on radio.
then again at
Metal Lifestyle Magazine
Wednesday.
show. I know, she's all over the
She's
place.
going to be on the Land Hustle with Karen. She's going to be all over the place.
We got a lot of things
Oh,
happening.
that picture's got
This
to...
just came
not
out
that
hot
one.
off the presses.
That
This one?
picture's got to go.
Why?
I don't like that picture. My God, you picked the worst picture in the world.
So the next issue, so you better change that fast.
All right.
soon.
You got to change it because the next issue's going to print soon.
Ah.
She's a busy lady is all I can tell you.
A lot of stuff happening. We got Mr. Frank back. Been a minute, as they say. Been on world tour. But I'm gonna invite Frank to this week. We're gonna make hopefully the announcement to our new outside gig.
That venue.
Yeah, outside gig.
Nice.
And then Frank is the perfect opener for that.
Good
He
idea.
has that whole Frank
Sounds
Sinatra
good, Freddie.
thing going.
Very good. Nice idea. Frank, how you been doing?
I'm doing great. Got a lot of things happening. I don't. Where are you guys? I see you. I don't see me.
They'll
Should I
put
see
you
me or
I'll
not?
put you
Just
up
hear
in
me.
a second. They
Okay,
they
gotcha.
adjust
There you
the
go.
camera.
Oh, there we are. Okay. Anyway, yeah, got a lot of things happening. I've been, working. We got some irons in the fire. Working with Nero G Entertainment. That's the entertainment agency that has helped me quite a bit. We've been with them for a couple of years now. And as I've always bring up, the pandemic, obviously, in our industry, hurt a lot of entertainers, and so things have been picking up slowly, but now they're starting to get back to what I would call the new normal. And so we're looking forward to a lot of good things. We got some things coming up in Las Vegas this May, and we're working with a venue there. Can't quite get into that yet because it's still in negotiations. And yeah, we've been doing some great things, and I'm looking forward to what's coming for 2023.
I was watching Ted Lasso. I'm trying to get caught up last night. And Coach Beard says, 1 day in Vegas is good. 2 days in Vegas is perfect. 3 days in Vegas, way too much.
Yeah, well, when
You know
you're
what
when you're
happens in
performing,
Vegas?
I could attest to that.
Stay. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. It's like what happens here, it doesn't really stay
Yeah,
here.
but
It
if
goes
you
shoo.
get housed in Vegas, you know, you're there. You've hit the big time. So no matter what anybody tells you, you can get housed in Vegas, stay in Vegas and do what you got to do.
Yes, and I know you said our president is on hospice, 98 years old.
98
So
years
God
old.
bless him. And
Jimmy Carter is going to be on hospice, which is a nice lead into what we're going to be talking.
98.
Yep. And the funny thing is that he went home to die. He's in Georgia, and he says he's had a good life and everything else, and
Surrounded by family and friends and a whole community.
it's one of the good guys. We lost a guy from CVU, from Munch,
Yes.
the actor. That one.
Detective
that one
Munch.
Was tough. That was tough.
He said today, he said whenever they were filming, there were people that were really doing crimes in New York. And if they were on set and they saw the lights on, people would confess to him and go, I did it, Detective Munch, I'm here. And they were just filming the set. So he said it was the funniest thing because
Well,
he
was a
actually
stand-up comic.
he actually worked and did it while he was there. And he said people were just, there's a robbery happened, the guy dropped the goods right in front of him and he says, I did it.
Take me away.
Take me away, pretty much that was it.
Unbelievable. Also, got to mention Jeff Santos' dad passed away yesterday. My condolences to the Santos family. Known Jeff for, 16 years. And I knew his dad, I knew his mom. Went to the Democratic and Republican conventions. Got to meet President Obama because of Jeff. I got to meet the Clintons because of Jeff, and the passing of his father was really tough yesterday. So our condolences. Jeff, if you're watching, anything we could do to help you, let us know.
Absolutely.
So anyway, on a happier note,
Happier note. You spent the weekend in the happiest place on earth, other than here.
yes, I went to a different Magic Kingdom. Now, you guys have been to Magic Kingdom, yes? I'm assuming everybody has been to Magic Kingdom?
Yeah, they've got 4 kids between them, these two guys. Yeah.
I have never been.
I don't understand how
I
you
have
did not
never,
take the grandkids.
Ever been. Forget about them. Me, I've never been.
Can you imagine taking the 3 of them? Pop, look at them. Take Joey next time. Brecken
Now
and
there's
Rowan.
big talk, now that I've gone and I know what it's like. So, they have their parade, right? I didn't know what the hell. Well, everybody was lining up, and the cop tells me, you got to move. And I'm like, I just got here. I thought they were throwing me out the park. The parade is coming. It says, the parade? The hell is it? What parade? So this little girl, she must have been 3 or 4, she's on her father's shoulder, and she's explaining to me the parade
That was nice.
about all the characters that are coming. I said, all of those characters are coming? And I started taking pictures of the character. I mean, you know me. And wow, I gotta tell you, what a place. They know how to move 2 million, 3 million people around. Like when you play pool, you know how you play pool and you have to line up your next shot to be successful in that game? They know exactly what they're doing. It's amazing.
It's an incredible business model, I can tell you.
I gotta tell you, I must have walked 12 miles. My blood sugar went down to 135. I was so happy. My feet were actually vibrating in my shoes. Mickey lived in my shoes.
They said that's what circulation feels like.
And I gotta tell you something. I want to thank Josh. I went to this Magic Kingdom with him. Because everything that Linda wanted to see was Josh said, and Josh said, and Josh said. And we went on all the rides that Josh said, and he was right.
Josh's tour
There
guides.
isn't a bad ride in the entire place.
All right, you want to head over to another song with Frank, and then we're going to talk to our good friend Maruz Cagato of the DDA, Cultural Arts Director of
I
the
keep
DDA.
thinking you're saying DEA.
DDA, a long time.
DEA
We don't
is
need
in the
them in here. A
house.
long time friend of the cafe, so it's nice to have her back joining us.
Yes, it's been a little bit. Wow, we got a lot of throwbacks today. Wow, I like it.
It's President's Day. So, Frank, you got another one for us?
I do.
right.
Frankie.
Let's take it away.
Speaking about Vegas and flying out of town, here we go. May. It's in May. With the
Are you coming back or are you staying down there?
Oh, I'll be back.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
I know.
Vegas, you never know.
Somebody's telling me you ain't gonna be back for a year or
Fall in
two.
love and good times.
No,
Don't
not
fall
that.
in love.
No more of
Fall in
that.
love.
Fall in love with music.
Yeah, man, I'm with you.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in Far Far Bay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll toot his flute for you. fly with me, let's float down to the blue. Once I get you up there, all there will be rarefied. We'll just fly, starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so dear. You might hear a whole gang of cheers just because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. You just say the words and we'll beat the birds down to Acapulco Bay. Well, it's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly. Pick up, let's fly away. All right, gotta love it.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Melberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
All right, Freddie, we got any New Yorkers in the house? There you go. There's a name. I'll dedicate it to Freddie. Here we go. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues, oh, I hope you don't have them. They're melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. Come on, you guys, you can sing it with me. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm a #1, top of the list, king of the hill, a #1. These little town blues, oh, away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'm gonna make it, oh, anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York, New York. Oh, I gotta love New York, right?
Nice job, Frank.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Frank. You're going to hang with us for a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Let him rest his voice, get some water, and going to keep on going.
Frank has some stuff coming up as well. We're going to touch base on that as well.
Charlotte said that might be me, Freddie. I guess she's coming to sing too.
Charlie, come on and sing. Everybody wants to sing with Frank. If you call in right now, win a chance to sing with Frank. That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be great. I think Meta over there, she's going to get up
No,
next.
Meta's going to dance because she used to be a dancer.
She no longer has a name.
Yeah.
She's now Meta.
Sidekicks.
I
gotta
see your
bring
high
her to
kicks. I like
shows.
that a lot.
She's
see
got
a lot of
energy,
high
this
kicks
one.
going on over
I could
there.
feel it over here.
I thought
was
she
like
was gonna,
getting
I
charged
thought
up
her
during
shoe
that
was
song.
gonna fly and hit
All
you.
her-
Whoop, there goes the
Throwing
show.
all that energy over there. I
He
was like,
says,
wow,
he
that's
says, I have
awesome.
energy. He goes, I could feel it all the way over there.
Yeah, I could.
Yes, you do.
energy.
So a lot more to come on that.
Good stuff.
Meta lifestyle. Let's kick this over to Maruska.
Let's go.
Our good
Yes.
friend Maruska Gatto. She is Cultural Arts Director of the DDA.
Not the
which-
DEA,
No, the DDA.
DDA.
There was a Saturday that I actually got to go out and have some fun and relax, and I went up to the Green Market, the Farmers Market, up in Old School Square,
okay.
where we met. I had some
David
great olive oil. I
DePino.
saw David DePino, some old friends, some new friends, and of course, I had to go to the restroom. So not knowing anything, there was this lovely lady standing outside. She's like, you can come in, you can come in. And I'm like, I'm looking, I'm like, I think that's Maruska, but I haven't seen her in years. I have my baseball cap on, you know, looking very Saturday-ish. And the museum had just opened, I believe, the week before, a beautiful exhibit on surfboards. So I got to talking to Maruska, and she, of course, joining us today at the studio. So it's been a minute. It's been through the pandemic, post-pandemic, and she is now working with the DDA and still running the museum. So welcome, Maruska. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Hold your mic.
Thank you. Thank you for welcoming me and for having me join you to talk about the Cornell and everything the DDA is doing downtown.
It's incredible. Tell us, I know, let's fast forward. The Cornell Museum changed.
Cornell Museum was operated by Old School Square Center for the Arts, and I worked there for 6 years as the director of operations in the museum. When the pandemic hit, we were furloughed, and I sought employment with the DDA. So I went to work as the activation manager for the Downtown Development Authority. And I've been doing that for nearly 3 years now. Can't believe it's been 3 years
3
with this
years.
I know,
pandemic.
right? It's
Yeah.
changed so much.
So now the DDA has been authorized to oversee Old School Square. We're in an agreement with the city to oversee the space, and we started with the museum, getting 2 exhibitions curated, and opened the museum on December 28th.
And there's stuff working. They're working on the whole building now, right? Inside and out.
The Crest Theater building, which houses the theater and also the Creative Arts School, or did. That building is under major renovation right now. They're completing it. It is expected to take about 6 months, and then we'll be able to program that space as well. Currently, the pavilion outdoor is being programmed by the city and by the DDA at the same time. And there's also a vintage gymnasium on the property called the Field House. That's also being rented for events and weddings and things like that.
Is that all under now the DDA?
It's all under the DDA, yes.
And as the director, cultural arts director, you get to oversee the museum and what else? through
I'm
the
overseeing
DDA?
the museum right now, and then we are filling in programming in the pavilion because the Parks and Recs department of the city has been programming that space with concerts, with free concerts. But the first thing we're programming is our fashion event that's happening on March 2nd. It's our #LoveDelRey Fashion Experience. So it'll be a large fashion show right in the pavilion space. Guests will be coming into the museum first to get their welcome drink, and then they'll be enjoying a beautiful event outside. And then the next day, we're doing a shopping event that also starts in the museum. Guests will be coming in for a little champagne and a little breakfast, and then walking the avenue and shopping on the avenue. These are all DDA-powered initiatives. They're actually programmed for Old School Square.
What is some of the? You're gonna have the art. It's still gonna be showing inside the building now, or is it
Yes.
stopped because of renovations?
No, inside
It's gonna be inside.
The Cornell Art Museum
Yeah.
has been reopened as of December 28th. We right now have a show installed. Our exhibition is called Surfing Florida, which is a 100-year history of surfing in the Florida, actually, state. So it's all about how surfing has sort of grown up in our state and the areas where surfing is very prevalent. Old boards, we have some beautiful vintage boards, we have a lot of information. And we also have art infused throughout that whole exhibition. We have a beautiful mobile right in the center. We have surfboards hanging two-story atrium. We have some other art pieces as part of that. And then we also have hashtag Love Delray, which is another exhibition in 2 galleries. And that's sort of a showcase of our Delray Beach-based artists that have grown up the arts culture in our city. They've invested in galleries and studios and have been part of the art scene, so we wanted to bring them in as part of this reopening.
I love it.
And you've got a great skateboard exhibit. Josh, you would love it.
Yes.
Skateboard exhibit?
We do. We have an entire skateboard culture room. We have skateboards from the 1940s. It's amazing. Definitely come and see that. It's worth coming to see.
You
It's
gotta
amazing.
go. And what's so great about the museum is everyone is so nice.
Oh,
I mean, we walked in on a Saturday and couldn't be nicer. Sat and talked. They shared with the studio. They talked to us about all the surfboards and the exhibit. I didn't realize, because I'm not a big surfing buff, if you realize the history of Florida, and unfortunately, there was some segregation and issues on things on the beaches in South Florida many years ago, and what that was like, but how the surfing industry had to keep going, and where they were allowed to be, and Palm Beach just said no to surfboards at some point in time.
that's right.
Didn't matter. It wasn't because of color. It's just no surfboards because it was Palm Beach. And you think the capital of fun and sun is Florida, so it's really nice to see things that we probably never even thought about. Growing up in New York, ever think of surfboards?
Yeah, and Jones Beach. Good
Yes,
luck.
sir.
Good luck. Good luck to you.
You know, Miami Beach and the piers, and it's so nice.
Puerto Rico. I told you I tried it one time.
How'd that go?
And it didn't go too well. That was it.
A lot of mountains. Yeah, not a good thing for you.
No surfboard. And you don't surf in the mountains, Dawn. You surf on the beach.
Yeah,
I did it one time
Not
in
good.
El Dorado.
Not good.
How was it? They're still looking for body parts. on me.
I'm still looking for your surfboard, is what I think.
Surfboard was gone. But what I like is that you're using different feels for the artwork.
Yes.
And for the first time, I went up to Orlando. I went to the Magic Kingdom, and the castle serves as an art piece, and the colors. So now they're using art pieces inside the different rides. So I was talking to one of the people that was sort of hanging stuff, and they go, yeah, this is the latest and greatest, is that they're using color and art pieces to stimulate the senses so that when you go into the ride, you stimulate.
Yeah, it becomes more of an art experience.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
Not just paintings
unbelievable.
on the wall.
So I'm thinking of getting old phones, all the throwback. If you have anything
Because
back
we
from
have
the
so
60s.
much extra space here.
No, but they don't take up a lot of space. You remember the old phones you used to have you used to put the quarter and stuff in there? If anybody has, I have one at
wind-up
home.
one?
The wind-up ones. All of that stuff is coming back. Old sneakers are coming. Everything from the 60s. So I said to this kid, 60s ain't old.
I was
it's
going to
old.
say 60s
Very
not
old.
so old.
Oh, it's old. And all of that is coming back to stimulate other things that you want to do. That leads you into the different programming, which is kind of cool.
But they couldn't pick better hands than you to run this museum and put it back. Because the arts, as we talk about all the time, the kids are losing their sense of arts in school and their creative space. And there's not a whole lot of cultural arts in this area for museums that are affordable, that are family friendly, that you can actually not touch, but feel like you're right within this exhibit.
Yeah.
Josh, you can't go see the skateboards because they do have it with caution tape around it, so
You can't
nobody's
touch
getting
them.
on them.
Can't touch
But it looks like it's
you
part
see
of the
it.
exhibit.
We have it, we have it fenced in with 6-foot fencing and hazard tape.
It's
and
very
It's
cool.
a cool exhibit.
Did you put that exhibit together, or?
I worked with Surfing Florida Museum, who currently does not have a home to show all of their items. So we worked with them. They brought in items and worked with Craig Snyder, who has the skateboard collection. He brought that himself. And then also worked with Tom Warnke, who's the executive director of Surfing Florida Museum. And he had many, many boards and a lot of informative panels and really interesting anecdotes that he could share with everyone. Plus, they're in the museum volunteering all the time, so they can talk with folks when they come to visit and make sure that everybody gets a little slice of Florida surfing when they're in there.
I love that.
And I definitely want to have you give us a plug for the DDA. Tell everyone what it is and really what they represent in downtown Delray.
So the Downtown Delray Beach Downtown Development Authority is a 50-year-old organization. It was actually started as a way to assist the merchants and bring economic vitality to the city and to our downtown. A way to make sure that there was ample parking down there, to make sure that we were concerned about the economic vitality, the beautification of the area, all of that. So the Downtown Development Authority receives a 1% tax from the property owners from I-95 to A1A. So it's property owners, not businesses, and they all voted to tax themselves this 1% to provide more interest in the city and bring people downtown. So one of the things we do is the holiday lighting. The DDA provides holiday lighting. We are responsible for the Fashion Week that we do, Restaurant Month. We work to promote the merchants. We work to promote the restaurants, the bars, all of that. And also we do a First Friday Art Walk once a month, all through the year, that just showcases the galleries, make sure that people walk around. It's sort of a self-guided tour. We created a Delray Beach, it's actually called the Delray Art Trail, and it's a showcase of all of our murals. We have over 50 murals in the downtown. We have over 100 art installations all over downtown. We have 10 cultural centers that not everybody is aware of, and they're all in one website now. So if you want to know what the arts are in Delray Beach, Delray Art Trail, everything is there for you to see. In addition, we work with developers and other business owners to help get developments underway, like Sunday Village is going on right now. That's just getting started. We have Atlantic Crossing, where a brand new restaurant just opened there, La Coloniale, and a couple of merchants are in place now, so we're involved in all of that. We also have our Delray Beach safety ambassadors. They're yellow shirt guys that ride around downtown on bikes, or they're on a golf cart, and they're just assisting the police and making sure that they're there. Even people who don't know where their car is, and they help them find their car. Or if there's a car accident, they help manage traffic, whatever. So the DDA invests in that as well.
And we are in the height of season right now, right?
We are.
And it's
We're
funny
a busy
because
town.
you go in there and you do your thing, and then you walk down the avenue, and everybody has at least one favorite place. I know I do. And it's very close to there, which I love, love, love. And I always get parking in the building. It's just a fun thing to do. And security was one of my main concerns.
Yes.
And I saw how much of an influence police had, the guys in yellows and everything else, the bicycles, a lot of presence, which is always a good sign because it means people are watching. It's really good.
And it's nice to see the Green Market open again. I know it was closed for a little bit,
Yes.
but to see vendors and people being able to go back and sell and share their passion and their love, and for the community to come back out and spend the weekends outdoors, Saturdays and Sundays, and really be a part of our town. And then you can go right inside the museum. So it's perfect the way you
Yes.
guys have it all set up.
And it's free admission. We welcome a donation here and there, but definitely it's free admission. We don't ask for anything. Everyone is welcome to come in, and we see quite a number of people, especially on Saturday mornings with Green Market, because they have a huge following. But this past weekend, we had the tennis tournament. We had that happening. There was also an art show on 4th. Howard Allen Art Show was there. There were a lot of people downtown and a lot of people through the museum. We couldn't have been happier. It was
The
just
tennis
fantastic.
match I heard was outstanding.
And it was a beautiful weekend
Yeah,
here,
what a
so
weekend,
a lot of great things happening.
Yeah, it was
Thank you so
perfect.
much. How can people get information on the Fashion Week that's happening? That's next weekend already.
Yeah, that's coming up next weekend. It's right on our website, on the Downtown Delray Beach website. All the information is there, all the information about the museum. And we are planning, a little breaking news. I was just at an artist gallery this morning at his studio. We are planning a new exhibition opening in April 7th with First Friday Art Walk. That is a water exhibition. So it's about the water that we drink, that we live in, that we swim in, surf in, and it's a way of just talking about conservation of the water and what lives in the water that not everybody is aware of all the time. We go to the beach, but we don't really understand what's happening in the water. And we need to conserve it and protect it. So we're opening that exhibition. That'll be on view April, May, and June.
Wow, it was such a pleasure to meet you again, to run into you, and
It was
to have
wonderful
you
to
join us.
see you. Yes.
So
it was
welcome
so
to our
great.
little corner of the world, and see all
I
the artwork.
love it. And to be surrounded by all of this art. How can you have a bad day in here?
right? It's like
just
our
a
little
beautiful
magic
It's a
kingdom.
magic kingdom.
It
I knew that was
is.
coming.
It is.
We're
Thank
a
you
little
so
hidden.
much.
Thank you. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. For more information, you can check out their website for the DDA, Cornell Art Museum. It is spectacular. It's right on the corner of Swinton and Atlantic. You cannot miss it. We're going to take a break. When we come back, maybe we got some more music. Let's talk to the guys over here from All-in-One Benefits Group. You know, ever since we met them, I'm feeling a little bit older and older. I'm not quite at the Medicare age, but they work with other people as well.
What do you mean
She's
you feel
laughing.
older? What are you talking
My
about?
our birthday's coming up next month. I'm on the other side of that.
You know what you
Hump
need?
day.
You need a little magic kingdom. Because everybody that goes, you end up coming out of there like a kid again.
Hence, my wand.
There you go.
Katie, what we
Hence
got?
mine.
See if she gets it. Thank you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
What would you do if you had a broken bone? You'd go to the doctor and use your insurance, right? What would you do if you had a serious problem with drugs and alcohol? Most people do nothing until it's too late. Your insurance can help you get clean and sober with the assistance of a place like the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Many times treatment is fully covered, so why not use your insurance to treat your addiction problem just like you would if you had a broken bone? And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you're allowed by law to take off time from work, and your employer doesn't need to know the reason. So there are two good reasons. You've got insurance you can use for your addiction problem, and with the Family Medical Leave Act, it's completely confidential. Call us right now and save a life.
Call 855-350-4504. That's 855-350-4504. Call 855-350-4504 now.
Want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call, because the best prices are not online. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner. Call today and get the best price on your next flight, guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first-class tickets.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Do like, welcome. Or whatever. We can do it. And now we're back to the Brooklyn Cafe Show. I messed up.
You gonna do it again? Got another one?
Yeah, where's he at?
I don't know.
Let's try this again.
Let's try this again. Maybe we can get Freddie to join us back on set.
And welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Guess he's not joining us today, so. All right, well, eventually Freddie's going to join us on set, and before all our guests leave, we have to give him a little treat, a little corner of our world. Freddie, while you're up walking around, can you give one of these to Karen, please? Thank you. And can you give one of these to Mariska, please? And we'll get to the guys also. To who? The guys. The guys. Charles and Nick, and one to Mariska. Thank you. Mariska, when we first started up, we were up at iHeart like 7 years ago, and Amanda Perna was one of our first guests, and she made me my wish wand. So she was the first person to make me a wand, and ever since then, I have a wand collection, and this is definitely her pom-pom wand. So this is ode to Amanda Perna. This is our wish wand. I know. And you tell me she's going to be covering the event, the fashion event.
Yes. Yes, she's going to be hosting our fashion event on March 2nd. It will be a runway show, bikinis to ball gowns.
Oh,
and
I'm all in.
Come in. It'll
Did
be
she
a
say
fun
bikinis?
one. Bikinis to ball gowns.
Bikinis
and
to ball
featuring
gowns.
over 40 merchants on our avenue and designers.
So you don't have to go to Miami for anything.
How much you want to bet they're going to do the ball gowns first and then bikinis last?
How much you want to bet all the guys are going to call in sick that day and end up somehow magically up at your event is what I'm thinking.
Feeling a little ill.
And tickets are available. Tickets are not free, but tickets are available for purchase.
On the website, correct.
And the website is?
DowntownDelrayBeach.com.
DowntownDelrayBeach.com.
Yes.
Check out your tickets. I think Katie wants to go.
Katie might want to go. She says Josh is taking him.
She wants to go to, that is the fashion.
Josh is
That's
taking
the
him.
fashion experience. Love Del Rey Fashion Experience.
And you're paying.
I got to pay.
So, and she's screaming, and Josh is paying.
And I should say the proceeds benefit the achievement centers in Delray Beach.
Oh, then you know what? Then it's a win-win.
Have to do it.
Got to do it. Proceeds benefit the achievement centers. We interviewed them a long time ago as well.
Yeah.
Always about helping the kids.
Yes.
Got to get back to the kids in our community. That's what's so important.
That's right.
Very nice.
All right, want to head over and talk to the men over there.
The men over there. Spring
All in
training
one
starts.
benefits group. I
games
sent you the
start on
schedule.
Saturday. The games.
Oh, spring training? Yeah.
You guys gonna be any games? You?
Nah, we'll catch it on TV. You know, we got other things that we're trying to do.
Don't speak for me. I might be going to a game.
I'm going to see the Mets. The Mets play the Houston Astros at the street on 45th Street.
Yeah,
I
so,
got tickets.
so half of the teams in the whole league are in Florida. The other half are in Arizona. When I was back playing, I was in Arizona and you were.
I was here in Tampa, actually. in
Yeah.
Florida. Clearwater, right? Yeah, Clearwater, yeah. Well, more Tampa. Clearwater is like the Phillies, the Blue Jays, and then
I was in.
that place is awesome.
No, I was in Glendale, Arizona.
Josh, you said Sally.
It was
up
like a
for
microwave
someplace, please.
being out there.
Or an oven. When you open the oven and that heat, that dry heat comes
I
and gets
couldn't
you.
believe it. I didn't know there was a different type of heat. So when you're here, you feel like you're just sweating, and it's when you go over there, you feel like you're just frying.
Yeah.
It's totally different. You literally feel like you open a microwave and that heat, it's exactly like that. Arizona, yeah.
It's dry heat. They
Yeah.
always say
Dry
there's a
heat.
difference. I lived in
There
Dallas.
is. Here we got the yucky, sweaty, damp, heat. That's what we have here in Florida. Over there, it's like hotter, but dry.
And you get a ton of nosebleeds.
There.
Wow.
Over there, yeah.
I
Yeah, 'cause
sent you
there's
the
no humidity.
schedule. I couldn't believe, we get so many emails that someone actually sent me the spring training schedule, and there were your Mets starting
Yeah.
on Saturday.
It's funny because I buy tickets, right? Then I notice that they open at home in Port St. Lucie. So I'm going to the 45th Street stadium, and they're splitting the squad. Because in the spring training, they split the squad. So whatever comes.
That's
comes.
because they have so much spring training. It's minor league guys and major league guys invited together. So the roster's so big that they have to split teams. And they want the higher ups want to see all the players because they're all fighting for a spot for the team. So they want to see every player, see who's going to make the squad and who's not.
And it's good for them to see their younger prospects, how they compete versus the big leaguers. So that's why they mix them, because they want to see how they perform. So it's it's actually good for them to see them live in color.
I gotta
Tomorrow
share.
night you've got a meeting.
Yeah.
You're
One
gonna share
second.
that?
I'm going to stay with baseball.
That is baseball.
Yeah, but hold on a second. It just occurred to me that I remember the Yankees were in Fort Lauderdale, weren't they? At one time, going back in the day.
You're asking
Spring
that
training.
I
Spring
wouldn't be-
training.
it's-
Yes.
I really don't know.
Because I know the Phillies are, and the Yankees were in Fort Lauderdale. And Derek Jeter, there was this kid named called Derek Jeter. A friend of mine owned where they stayed at in the facility, they slept and stuff. And Derek Jeter was jumping off the roof and jumping into the pool in the deep end. And they kept telling him to cut it out because he's going to end up breaking his neck. And that's how I got to meet Derek Jeter. It's funny because Gio was a baby and Freddie was young, and nobody knew Derek Jeter yet.
I was going to say,
This
everyone
going
knows
back.
Derek Jeter now.
No, this is going back before he was even in the big leagues. So that's what I remember about spring training more than anything else.
The story is he almost quit when he was his first year in rookie
6
ball.
times.
That was the story. He almost quit.
I got the article that he wrote that was published in the Daily News. I got it somewhere because I used to read it to my ball players, my little kids, every year, about how Derek had to practice because he wasn't a good fielder. And he had to practice and practice and practice some more.
Yeah.
That's a true story. Tomorrow, I was invited to go up to
Boynton
Beach Town Center. They're having the big meeting on the park off of Woolbright. It's on the docket. They're going to be talking about it. And I was asked to show up because I have something to do with the media on the place, and I'm honored. Mr. Baseball invited me up, so I'm going to be
I
there.
think you should go. It's amazing. It's an amazing facility that's going to be, it's already there, but it's going to be refurbished and add Little League teams and spring
that's
training
awesome.
and a
Super
Miracle
cool.
League and redo the fields
And Major League players are going to be working
and
out.
rehab and you name it, it's going to be unbelievable. And they're taking the field on Woolbright and I-95, and they're going to revamp it and bring not only spring training, but really get back to the community with our youth.
Well, that's
And
awesome.
That's
That's
spectacular.
awesome.
And a Miracle League all in itself for Boynton Beach will be unbelievable.
Now, I know we're going to be talking to the guys about Medicare and some of the other things, but I wanted you to, I was listening to that gentleman over there on the phone.
Charles.
He was talking Spanish to somebody.
Okay.
And, I've been in sales for a little while. And I think that he had offered to help this person on the phone, and that he was going to get to her as soon as he can. And all of these things that had nothing to do with what he sells, he's willing to talk to her about things, the coverage and everything else, food. There's something going on with food. And he's talking, and I'm sitting there going, man, look at this. Sales has changed because he not only cares about you on Medicare, he cares about you, the person.
Sales hasn't changed. It's up to the person that you're working with. And when they care about their client, that's what makes them so great. Then I found out how old they are, and I was like, wow.
I mean, it's about the product as well. So, sales is sales, but if you have a product that can back you with, your good persuasion in sales, then you're gonna do well.
Because
So
you were talking last week, All-in-One Benefits Group, and your first show was last Monday, which
Sure.
was an amazing show. You guys
Sure.
sat on set, and the whole thing lit up. And so much information about Medicare and Part A and B and D and giving back, and truly everything that you do to help people. And then
Sure.
you've got this whole Give Back Food community program you're
Sure.
working with also.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I wanna do a little. what is it that you guys do? Like a little. There it is.
Toast.
Yeah,
Little
so
giveaway.
just to let them know. Listen, don't. Where am I looking at right here?
Yes.
Don't let like Nick says. Don't let all this stuff in the mail and these phone calls, make you decide on something, or maybe not want to do something or avoid it. Just simply call us and we'll answer any question. So I mean, don't be afraid.
I was telling Freddie the other day, my husband saw a patient in the nursing home, and they had Part A. They did not have Part B. And when he went to say, where's your Part B, they said, what's Part B? And that wasn't because they, I'm sure, didn't choose Part B. It's because whoever they got their product from didn't educate them on Part B, which meant they
Correct.
don't have coverage for physicians.
Correct. And that has more to do with Social Security, in my opinion, not doing a in-depth job on letting them know that is a required part to get.
There's a lot of lack information out there, so that's what we're here for. There's a lot of people that don't understand that for your Part B, you do have to apply 3 months before your birthday, the month of, or 3 months after. And if you don't, you will have a lifetime penalty for the rest of your life. That won't go away.
So if your birthday is today, you had the 3 months prior to, or you've got 3 months out, there's a 6-month window that you have to?
6 month window.
Se-
3
se-
months
seven-
before,
7
7 months actually, yeah. 3 months before, the month of, and then 3 months after. But if you have employer coverage, once you retire from that employer coverage, you do have 7 or 8 months, I think it is.
Correct.
To apply for your Part B.
Correct. And to kind of go on the employer coverage, this is important. It's very important. That penalty that Nicholas that talks about is avoidable if you have employer coverage. If you do not have employer coverage, call right away and apply for your Part B, because you will be penalized every single month forever. So
I think the penalty is one thing. It's making sure you've got the right coverage. That's
Correct.
the most important thing.
Correct. That's true. Yeah, you definitely want to have the right coverage. I mean, like you said, it's the lack of information that the Social Security is giving to the Medicare beneficiaries. They don't know. They need more information on the product. So how do they find out? Well, it's our jobs to make sure that we let them know. So they have to go seek it. Unfortunately, they don't even know that they have to seek it. So that's why we're reaching out to people like you and radio shows and things of that nature to get that information out there, so they don't have to run into these issues if the issue comes.
If you are on someone else's plan and that someone else retires, you no longer have coverage, but you're not 65 yet. So you have to wait till you're 65 before anything is available to you, unless you go on the market, the Obama stuff.
Correct.
Or
That's
private
correct.
stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
For Medicare, because you're not eligible.
no,
If you're not
I
65,
understand.
you're not eligible for
Yeah,
Medicare.
you would go through the marketplace.
The marketplace. Now, one of the things that I have discovered in talking to people is that the deal is set up to confuse you. And once you're confused,
Welcome to politics.
you say, you know what? The hell with it. And they don't do nothing. I mean, it's built for you to quit, which is amazing. So when you are given this opportunity to learn something, even if you got something, give the guys a call. And they're not going to sell you something you don't need. Maybe you have the best. And you know what? Congratulations, you got the best.
Exactly.
But
Yeah,
what's
it's-
happening is nobody does nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, as sad as it is, that's more money in the government's pocket. They make more money if they don't inform you. Like I said, the penalty is forever. So I'll give you an example. If you do the numbers, $164, which is what costs the premium, 10% of that would be the penalty every year. So then imagine 2 years, that's 20%. 3 years, that's 30%. 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. So when I say that, this is a mandatory program, please make sure that you guys are getting the information that you
What
need.
type of penalty are we talking about?
A financial penalty. So if the premium is $164, I'll give you an example here.
Okay.
$164, 10% of that
16.
is $16.14 on top of your premium. So
A
you got to
month,
figure
a year?
every single month.
Every month.
Every single month. So if you're on a limited income, $16 a month, is a lot. And that's only a year penalty. Imagine if you had 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. That's
It adds
16
up
times
quick.
4. It adds up.
What's a typical premium for one of your plans? I know you've got different plans, but is there, say, a median?
An average?
So there's no premium.
Yeah,
so
there's no
as long as you continue to pay your Medicare, what we offer you is no charge. So that's
Yeah.
that's the beauty of this, is that
All the plans are no
Yeah.
premium.
Is
Our
that you
job
can
is
call.
though, when we're with that
Wait,
client,
I don't
is
understand. So, who pays?
the carriers, the insurance companies.
the insurance pays for it.
So, but you're paying the insurance company.
The insurance, we're in sales, so we are a marketing organization.
All right. So, say I'm on Medicare. I'm going signing up, and I'm going to take Plan B. I mean, Company B.
Mhm.
Who do I pay? The insurance company.
As
No.
long as you're paying your Part B from your Medicare, the
Yeah.
insurance carrier will take on the cost.
And how much is Part B?
Part B is $164.90.
Yes. So let me
A
let me
month.
let me clarify
month.
this, because this can get a little bit confusing. This is why we always suggest you to give us a call. So there's 3 ways to get Medicare. You get the traditional way, which is the original Medicare. They call that original Medicare. There's the Medicare Advantage alternative, and then there's the Medicare Supplement alternative. In order for you to decide any of those 3 alternatives, you have to get the original Medicare first. Once you apply for your original Medicare first, which is your A and your B, then you can decide whether you want a Medicare Advantage plan or a Medicare Supplement. And that's all on you when you consult with us and we determine if this is the best fit for you. They would have to call and find out.
And what does the Advantage plans or the supplement plans, what do they do to the plan? What do they enhance it? Do they give it something else? What do they do?
So for the Advantage, you're looking more at saving costs at a lower dollar amount. So for specialist visits, there's 0 copays. For primary visits, there's 0 copays. The maximum out of pocket, which is the maximum that the plan can charge you for the year, is very low. Then on the PPO side, which is the Advantage side too, it's no referrals. So you will have a copay a little higher in those, but you get the advantage of having no referrals to go to see a specialist, things like that. And then on the supplement plan, those do have a premium, but the reason being is that they're gonna cover you at 100%, but you will have to pay a premium every month.
Well, I like the no referrals. I like the fact that you can use the doctors you want to.
Correct.
On certain plans, right? So you have to make sure, if you have your list of doctors, you meet with Nick and Charles and say, these are my doctors, let's find out what
Correct.
plan they're on,
Correct.
because you don't want to go sign up for a plan and none of your doctors be
That's
on
correct.
Of course,
That's
yeah. Our
correct.
job is to make sure that all the specialists are in the network. All your primary doctors are in the network.
it. Sal, you had a question?
No, I'm just very interested. I'm hearing things I've never heard.
Yeah, I mean, let's put it to you this way. The 3 alternatives of Medicare, you want to look at all 3, but I'll give you an example. The reason why nobody stays with the original Medicare is because it has a high deductible, that's referred to as a gap. That's the terminology they use. So that deductible, is called what they call a gap. So Medicare Advantage versus Medicare Supplement's job is to
Takes
cover
away the gap.
that gap, that 20% that they are entitled to. So that's why people always say, well, what's the difference? Okay, well, first of all, they're covering that deductible gap. Number 2, vision, dental, prescription drugs, all those things come together with Medicare Advantage, where if you were with the original Medicare, you would then not be able to get that. You would have to pay separate premiums for those standalone. So, that's why
So it benefits you to do Advantage for just pills.
correct.
right?
I mean,
Medicine.
just think about it.
You want to get on a plan as soon as possible because it's going to cover you and you're going to get benefits that are free.
Exactly. 0 cost.
Like I'll give you an
0.
example. Someone that's on a Humana plan right now, on an HMO or a PPO, they're giving up to $3,000 to $5,000 in free dental benefits. Who wouldn't want that?
Medicare, original
Medicare.
Medicare doesn't offer that.
Original Medicare won't give you that.
But you have to make sure your doctors are on Humana.
Correct.
Of course.
Correct.
Now, when we sit down with our clients, we always make sure that we talk about the big carriers because they have a huge network of doctors. We will make sure that your doctors are in network.
But what about this though? Let's think about this. You have your doctor. You have your insurance plan. Now, what happens if they don't have, a doctor? How do we help them? Well, that's why we work closely with.
With many other carriers. So there might be another carrier that does have all the doctors, and maybe it ends up being that the benefits on that other carrier are way better than the
But
one that you're
what
on
about
now.
the provider side? What about the provider side? What if they need a primary, for example?
Yeah,
What do we do in that sense? How do we work with
We
people?
work closely with, it's called DHG Medical Centers. They're a big group of doctors that has a ton of physicians that they're located in Miami-Dade and Broward. So we always encourage, because we know a lot of the staff there that we're very familiar with, to, hey, check this place out. They have a lot of physicians. They're run like a tight ship.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of our clients actually love going there because They've had a great experience so far. They have transportation, dental in-house, cardiology in-house, and then all those physicians that are eager to see patients. So we do recommend those centers that have all those benefits, and they actually have a food drive coming up. I don't know if you want to talk about that.
Yeah. So we're doing a food drive for the community on March 18th, which is a Saturday from 10 to 2 p.m. So make sure you mark your calendars. Okay, guys, March 18th on Saturday from 10 to 2 p.m. we will be doing a food distribution. It's going to be completely free. Do not worry about
Where?
It's going to be on 3850 Coconut Creek Parkway, Suite 3, Coconut Creek, Florida 33066. So make sure you be there.
And also call 954-614-5488 to RSVP.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys want to RSVP, and make sure you bring a friend, okay? Bring a friend.
Bring your whole family.
Let the community know that we're here, because
What kind of food distribution?
Yeah, what are you doing with that?
we have tons of vegetables and fruits that we're going to be giving out for free to the community. Like we said,
We also want to make it healthy. This is
Of
an
course.
older population, so we're not going to be giving out things that are not healthy.
exactly. We know the cost of living here has gone tremendously up, so we're just doing our job to make sure that they have food and healthy food, which is important, because we want to keep them to stay healthy. So we're giving out vegetables, fruits, carrots, lettuce, any type of food, and fresh as well. So they're going to be able to get that.
Yeah, it won't be frozen.
Yeah. So we'll make sure we're getting them that stuff. We
Nice.
partnered up with a nonprofit organization that was able to donate some food to us, and we're going to be giving out. So make sure you guys are there, March 18th, 10 to 2 p.m., Coconut Creek, and we would love to have you. Please call to RSVP your spot, okay? So that's going to be important for us to get you guys in.
And before
954-614-5488.
before we go to commercial break,
Sure.
it's open enrollment right now.
That's
Right?
correct.
You can't always change your plan,
That's
but right
correct.
now we're currently in a period where you can through the end of March.
That's correct. That's correct. So just make sure that you guys are, if you have any questions, to ask the questions, because if you do need to make a change,
You have till March 31st.
Correct. We have the 31st until
And
March
then
to
if
make
you
that change.
wait past that, you got to wait till October 15th, which is quite a ways away. So
So now's the time
now's
to do
the time.
And I guarantee you that even if you're set, somebody who doesn't know what the hell they're talking about or what to do. I guarantee you that, because when I went to Orlando, I spoke to people about their show, and they all looked at me like I had 12 heads. And they go, "You what?" I go, "Yeah." So even if you have a plan, give them a call, because I guarantee you that there's somebody in your circle of friends that got nothing. I guarantee it. I
They don't
guarantee
know.
it. They don't know.
You don't know until you know.
That's right.
What's the
Don't
best number to reach you guys at?
954-614-5488.
All right, more to come. Sally, we're going to pick your brain when you come back.
Okay.
She's
Thank
a little
you.
too quiet over there, Freddie. I think she needs your hospitality, your southern hospitality.
Yeah.
More to come. Stay tuned. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to stephaniejaffeart.com.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, we'll buy your home and give you cash within days. All in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call now before your situation gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
Call 855-348-5925. That's 855-348-5925. Again, 855-348-5925.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called innocent spouse relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
If you served in the Marine Corps, by now you know about the contaminated water problem at Camp Lejeune. If you were stationed or worked at Camp Lejeune from 1953 to 1987, you probably have a lot of questions. We have some answers. You could be entitled to compensation. Billions of dollars are being allocated to pay for damages to anyone stationed at Camp Lejeune during that time. Unfortunately, it appears that officials may have known the contaminated water problem existed and did little to protect their men. The Semper Fi code was not honored. If you or someone in your family has developed a serious illness, including various forms of cancer, call this Camp Lejeune legal support line right now. You can't turn back the clock and change what happened, but you can certainly call right now and learn your rights as a Marine. Here's the number.
Call 855-993-2180. That's 855-993-2180. Again, 855-993-2180.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Let's take it nice and easy. It's gonna be so easy for us to fall in love. Hey baby, what's your hurry? Relax and don't you worry. We're gonna fall in love. We're on that road to romance, that's safe to say, but let's make all the stops along the way. The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses. To rush would be a crime. 'Cause nice and easy does it along the way. The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses. To rush would be a crime, 'cause nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it every time. Like the man said, come on. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it every time.
Boom.
I tell you. Now, Frank has an event coming up as well, right? Frankie, you have something coming up?
Thank you. It was close on timing. You want to try it again?
Frank is a giant wand.
Hopefully Don's throwing me some magic here.
Always.
Tell us about your upcoming event.
Yeah, so at the 111 Lounge Club, 111 here in Boca Raton, I'm going to be doing an event this Wednesday night, Ladies' Night, and they've got some specials going on there. And it starts at 8 o'clock, and it'll be a 90-minute show. And then after that, they have a DJ mix comes in, and they kick it up with a little DJ and some dancing. And so it'll be a good time. Come on down to the Club 111 this Wednesday night, February the 22nd at 8 o'clock.
Where is that?
So that's Southeast Meisner Boulevard, right off of Palmetto Park Road, 111 Southeast. They got a banner, I think, if they can.
Okay,
They got the banner up, and I just don't see it? Okay. So, yeah, 111 Southeast Meisner Boulevard, right here.
So that's right here in Meisner Park?
It's Royal Palm Park, I think. It's in the back end of that.
Okay.
Yep.
That's Wednesday night,
That's Wednesday night, 8 o'clock.
just for some fun, just a girls' night out.
Girls' night out.
I know
Bring the
Karina's going to be
ladies
there.
out. Come on.
And Frank's singing,
And
Karina's
of
going to be
course,
there
yeah,
dancing, and, Meta Lifestyle Magazine in the house.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a great show. They got a great
There it is.
stage, great sound system.
Sips
yeah, there
and
it is.
Sinatra.
Sips and Sinatra, Wednesday night, ladies' night. Come on out, ladies. Admission $10. Not for the ladies though; they get in free. So there you go.
Even better.
Even better.
Wow, that's a throwback.
Yeah.
Women are free.
$5 for Tito's.
Yeah. There
Wait
you go.
a minute, wait a minute. Why is it the guys got to pay here?
Oh, the guys always pay.
The guys always pay.
You ain't lying about that.
Hey, Freddie, the guys always pay.
Always, always, always.
Still paying.
Josh, you gonna go? Take Katie or friends?
I'm going to take her to the fashion show.
They got things to do. And you also are working with a charitable organization.
Yeah, His House out of Miami. I had the opportunity to be introduced to this lovely young lady who runs His House, or she's part of the charity organization, and I worked with Steve Bauer from Steve Bauer was actor in Scarface and in Donovan, and I met Steve Bauer at the charity, and we started working together and doing some other charity work with Nero G Entertainment. It's associated with Nero G Entertainment is my agency that I work with. I know we have a banner
Yeah, we have
with both
that.
of those.
We have a different banner.
It's an Imagine.
Yeah, Imagine
18th
is
annual
that's
Imagine.
that's a gala that's coming up in April. That's their next gala for the His House charity, and it helps young girls and boys, and they're doing a great job over there. And Steve Bauer and I and Nero G Entertainment have collaborated to help this charity. And I've done a lot of charity work, but I have to say this is a great one of the better organizations that I've been had the honor to work with, because it's a local one here in Miami, and they're doing a great job for the kids, foster kids and whatnot. So.
Steve Bauer was here on the Sixth Borough that night. Frank
Yeah, with
and I.
William DeMeo. I was here that.
And
I came
DeMeo
a
was
little late,
here.
but yeah, we got to hang out with the guys after.
Were you here?
Yeah,
Yes.
I was. I came
You
after.
showed up.
Oh, okay.
You
Very-
weren't here.
I was not. I know. By
No,
Friday
'cause I
night,
know when you're not here.
Cinderella's pumpkin kind of takes me home.
Oh, okay, right.
Frankie was here, and we got to meet a lot of actors that are doing things, which was really a superb night. And 6:30 to 8:30, they do the Sixth Borough here. They do a nice job. nice, very nice job. I know that over the weekend they took our crew out to Pirate Island on Saturday. I still haven't seen any of the video, but I heard that all the throwback singers that I met at Studio 54 were there.
Oh, really? Josh and Garcia were there Saturday doing some filming.
All those singers were there, and I met them all at Studio 54. So
back
nice
in the
thing.
day.
Back in the day.
Well, it's nice to have you back, Frank.
It's great to be back. I always love it here. It's such a great energy. I just want to stay all afternoon.
Stay all afternoon.
All right,
Maybe
there you
even
go.
into tomorrow. I don't know if you're free, but maybe maybe you'll be back tomorrow afternoon.
Right. Okay.
Look at her face.
Yeah,
Look at her
whatever you want,
face.
I'm here.
Performer for tomorrow, so.
Oh, well, we'll have to talk about that.
It's the
There
face.
you
You see the face? You see the face you put? Look at the
go. I
face.
saw the face.
It's the face.
I love the face.
Well,
I
we-
love the energy. She's amazing. I just met this woman here. I got to tell you something. That energy, you feel it. Now it's a little less because she's over there. But when she was over here, I felt it strong.
Should go sit next to you.
Very
Thank
pretty.
you. We've got
Thank you,
Karina
sweetie.
Felix,
Very
host
nice.
of Meta Lifestyle Magazine show, joining us, and of course our very good friend Sally Bernard, host of Call Me Zena, which airs today at 3.
Yes, I'm getting ready.
Psychic and me. She's ready. You got her in her pregame and ready for the green room.
I wanted, before we get to Sally, you also are hireable for birthdays and stuff. You just did one for somebody, right?
Yeah, I did a private party over here near the Boca Resort. I do weddings, festivals, and yeah, I'll do private parties. I do a lot of house parties and festivals, of course, whatnot. And you know, my website is on the screen there under my name, frankbarbado.live.com. Or you can contact Nero G Entertainment if you know, you're in the Miami area or wherever you are, really. And they'll help you find my dates and times I'm available. And yeah, I'd love to do whatever you have out there. Give me a call.
Now in March, Dawn and I celebrate another birthday. It looks like we're going to circle
Another
the
year
Wednesday.
around the sun.
Another year on the sun. You're funny. We're going to celebrate that Wednesday. What is that Wednesday date?
22nd.
The 22nd. I think that's when we're going to celebrate both birthdays because you're going to be off going to your son's wedding, and I'm going to be coming back from celebrating my birthday. And we're going to sort of, right in the middle, we're going to do something. Maybe that Wednesday, circle your calendar. Everybody's going to be invited.
March 22nd?
I think we're going to do a big, we're going to do a big bash on March 22nd. Let's see if see if I make it. But everybody,
What's
come
wrong
on
with you?
down.
Let's see if I make it. Where are you going?
I think we're gonna come here. I think what I want to do is I want to extend that day 3 hours so that we have an hour of entertainment and friends and everything else. I gotta tell you, you know, I've been doing this such a long time that I get to say today, I love what I do. This is Mickey's house for me. And I love what I do, and I love the friends and family that are here, from Josh's show to the kids' show, to Karen, to having Frank back, to new friends, old friends. I gotta tell you, I want to celebrate it this year. And I remember when we started this year, because of COVID and everything else, I didn't know if I even wanted to see another freaking birthday. But here it comes, and I want to make it big. I want to make it loud. I want to start planning it now. And you never know. You never know who's going to show up. Just remember that. Remember I told you that. You never know. Because the last time I told you that, you had a lot of fun and entertainment in here.
Yeah, my son's getting married that weekend, so
that's right.
It's going to be a whole interesting. I was just telling Mariska, on the other side of 55, it's a whole different vision for me.
It ain't no different than the other side of nothing. 55 to 56.
On the way there, on the way, it's climbing like climbing up the hill.
Yeah, when I passed that.
But I got a lot of great role models, so
Uh-huh.
there she sits.
Me?
And there she sits on the other side, on the other side of 55 with me.
Yeah, I'm on the other side of 55. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know.
Very fortunately.
Now, did we have a show tonight, the Alien Show?
Oh,
we actually have 2 shows with Sally today.
I think we have one.
We have one
in the can?
Yep,
yes,
we have one in the
I think
can.
so, yes.
And what are we talking about on that show? And Sally, for those of you that don't know, Sally's co-hosting with Russell. What's Russell's last name? Johnson's last name. Russell Johnson on
Lights in the Night,
which is our Alien show on Monday nights. And everybody keeps throwing this at me. Everybody either knows an alien, dates an alien, is married to an alien.
My show into aliens.
Somebody asked me last night at dinner, do I really believe there are other forces and other beings? And I looked at them and I said, absolutely. You could hear a pin drop.
I was just going to say.
And they looked at me and they couldn't believe my answer was yes.
Beautiful. I'm also coming out for the first time with this too.
I said, no, I've never personally know that I've been abducted, but people say they have, and if they feel they've been abducted and brought back, then that's their story to tell.
My
Go,
daughter,
Sally.
my daughter used to work at this place down in West Palm, and she came home one day and says, "Oh yeah, my boss, he's an alien." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So she has an alien tattoo on her ankle and her foot. So the younger generations believe.
I'm not surprised at all because I'm only beginning to realize what actually happened to me. So it kind of all, now is the time.
And that's tonight at 8 o'clock, but you've got Call Me Zena coming up today at 3.
I do, yes. I do.
You're screaming in the background.
I'll be here.
And you're open to any questions.
Any questions, anything, yes. I don't have to know what they're going to ask me. I'm just here to answer.
Anything pressing. And your delivery on your questions is different because you give an overall spiritual sense of your answers.
Right.
It's always because we do another show on Wednesdays and other people go to psychics here and psychics there. But your delivery is just different. And all I know is that one night we were here with a full studio and you were going through a situation.
Yeah.
And I asked Sally and she gave me the directives for you. And I quickly called you or texted you the directives and you said, what? I said, just do it. We'll talk about it when you get back to the studio. And sure enough, right on point, it worked out the way she had said.
And it's funny because if I had listened to you, I wouldn't have had to go through all of that. I went through all of this noise because somebody else thought that was the right way.
Right.
And then I said, you know what? I'm going to go back to the way we do it. And that was the best production I have ever heard in 18 years. It was crystal clear. Everything worked. And even the host said, wow, that was amazing. So sometimes you have the best thing in your hand.
Thank you.
And you mess it up by adding things you shouldn't add in there.
That's very true, yes. Oh, we have...
You've got a cheering section in there.
We have the sound effects to go with it.
But you make it simple. You just make life uncomplicated.
I try to. I do my best. Not everybody has told me that in my past. But no, I hear and I feel the messages, and what I hear and feel, as you guys know, it's been a long time now. And I just relay what I'm hearing, basically. And
so you know
I've
how
had
right
a few
before
amazing things happen over the last few days, actually.
Well, here's another message for you. During commercial, you and I were talking about messages, right?
Right.
And then Frank does this song, and that was for you, because I always say to you, how did Aldo tell you to do it? And you always said to me, nice and easy.
Absolutely.
Slowly.
Thank you. And I actually did want to compliment you. You have a most beautiful voice. It's absolutely
thank you
beautiful.
very much.
Lovely.
I'm honored.
And I feel like that was another message for you from Aldo.
Yes.
Nice
yes.
and easy.
Because timing, I see that so much today. The timing is correct. We hear things when we're meant to. We can hear things sometimes, maybe I heard something a month ago, but it will be repeated to me if I need it now. And I think timing is very important. And yes, I truly believe that.
That was a last-minute song choice because we had 3 sets.
There
for the
you go.
show.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Josh got me over here just to see what we're going to do, and I'm like, okay, nice and easy.
And it touched me. That's
Yeah,
I said at the end of
yeah.
that song in my head, I need to compliment you on that because it was so beautiful.
It's not
And
what I
that-
normally do either. I
And
have
there
to
you
tell that
go.
was
Yes. But it's valid.
definitely
I always call
serendipitous.
validation, but it's not always for me because I've had a lot of validation. But I like that
But it's
too.
always good
But
to
it's for
have,
everybody around to
Right.
just see that, and that's
Yeah.
so important. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
just
amazing
me;
that
it's
was the
everybody.
You know, it's a
Right.
good thing because this guy, he just sings and he looks like $1 million
Beautiful.
bucks.
Beautiful.
And no matter where he goes,
He looks like
always-
Frank Sinatra a little
Well,
bit.
He has a little Frank.
Yeah.
He has a little semblance because he's family with Frank
Yes.
Sinatra.
Oh, you are. Oh, I think I heard you once before. That's right. Yes,
Yeah.
you definitely have a resemblance.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
beautiful, beautiful.
And he sounds like him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Yes.
sound
Yes.
You know, your accent has gotten a little thicker.
Oh.
My accent?
Yeah, you're like a New Yorker now.
Yeah, I
New
know.
Yorker.
You know what? It's because I'm hanging around with you. The more I'm with you, the more
No,
I
I
start
want to
talking.
sound like you,
No,
man.
I know.
I love
You
it.
know, it's like when you go to the South, you say, y'all, you guys hang out
Y'all,
together
right,
and It's a whole nother side.
I gotta tell you, he's gotten that thicker accent, which is really, really cool. But I like Frank because, you know, I want to endorse Frank on other shows because I think that the entertainment aspect, and you're beginning to see that, we talked about it this morning in prep, is how important it is to have singers.
Yeah.
And how important it is to have dancers and everything else on the show to entertain what you do. So it's a good thing to have them.
Get up and get moving. And you've got your show tomorrow, 3 o'clock, Meta Lifestyle Magazine show. I love the whole concept of this, of taking, we talk all the time about layering platforms, of getting your message out there. It's not just radio, it's not just video or streaming or written. It's all of it together because you hit different demographics. And remember they used to say it's 7 touches before somebody hears your message?
Right.
I think it's up to 11 or 13 now, which means I don't mean that kind of touch, but thanks for playing. We're still midday here over the peanut gallery over there. Thank you. 7 touches.
Frank, how do you always find yourself in the middle of controversy?
You're always in trouble.
Always
I
in
had no
controversy.
clue she was going there with that one.
I didn't even know what the hell she was talking about.
Process is getting corrupted here.
But you layer it all.
Yes.
And because you have a digital magazine, and then you've got the print.
Yes.
And then you've got the streaming show.
Yes.
And
the radio.
now the radio show.
Yep.
It all.
Oh, and the community that goes with it as
and
well.
you've got an amazing community that goes with
And
it.
it's expanding, right? You're going to be put on panels. You're going to be in book
Correct.
signings. And
Correct. I'm creating a whole library and a resource center and collecting books and sharing the authors and their messages and getting it to people that need that kind of message at the time that they need it. So there's the combination of, you know, the Meta Lifestyle Club, which is our community, which I'm building on different levels, so different people can join at where they're at now in their life, whether it's just we want to connect, socialize, network, or am I building a business, and how can we work together to build a business together?
Oh,
So
I
yeah,
think we
it
need
has
to
so
meet-
many different components.
I love this article.
That is a great article. Amy
we haven't
Walker
met
would
her
be
yet.
happy to hear about that. But the name of the article is, what does it say?
Our business and family battling for your time and energy. Hello.
And she has 5 boys, still young and a thriving, amazing business.
5 boys and a husband.
Yes. And it's a great article. So when you have a moment, you have to read it. And for those that haven't seen it yet, please go online and get the digital edition. And the articles are amazing. You'll always also find it on the website.
now, do you offer the written form,
The printed?
the printed form?
Oh,
And
yeah.
people
you
get
could-
a hard copy.
Oh, yeah, you can get a subscription. Just go into metalifestylemagazine.com/subscription, and you can get a year subscription, and you get a copy every month.
I like this too. Is your story worth telling?
Yep, there's a lot of amazing. I have amazing writers and contributors, and I'm so excited. And I'm actually going to talk about getting some artists, because I have that one page that's called The Oasis, and it's an inspirational page, and that's to promote photographers and artists, and I put like an inspiration quote to go with it. And so that's all part of it. So it also covers the arts.
We have a ton of artists in here.
I know.
who would love.
I was
to
Oh, I have
be
an
part of
idea
it.
for you.
Go ahead.
Your gratitude punch recipe you're going to make tomorrow on your show.
Did you see who did it?
Yes.
Did you see who's the writer?
Yes. So
I'm
I
wearing
think
her shirt right now.
Since
Vismaya, this is for you.
Since tomorrow's Fat Tuesday.
I'm gonna have to call Vismaya and see if she can come
See
in
if she
and
can come in and
create
do
it.
a gratitude
I hope
punch
she's
for
listening.
Fat
I'll text
Tuesday.
her in 2 seconds. But yeah,
I don't
she
want to give it
wrote-
away because I want you all to get the magazine.
Just
but
turn around so they can see what the page looked like. Look at the picture.
Do you want to show the picture?
Just show the
oh,
picture.
turn this around. Yes.
There you go.
Gratitude punch.
I'm gonna.
Vismaya, we're going to call you.
We're
This way
calling
we
you,
can get to do
Vismaya.
different segments on your show.
I know we're
And later, you can dance,
reforming it.
Frank can sing, we can do a gratitude punch, it's Fat
Oh my
Tuesday, and then
goodness,
of
they're gonna
course
make
we
me
can
dance.
drink and, you know, be
I mean, I
merry.
love dancing anyway. It's like I don't need any effort to dance. You put music and I'm off. You might have to rein me in. Stop it. Do the rest of the show now.
But I love that, and I love how Lynn has brought so many great people in here.
Yep.
Miss Sally's working
And the
with
fun
Lynn,
part
and Lynn
is
brought you,
it's
and
all connected. Did you realize we're all from the same
Absolutely.
background? So last week you had a Bruce and Star and his wife, and we were all part of the same group up in Jupiter as well. So that's how that's happening. There's all of these little groups, and we all know each other. And at one point, I was the president of the Holistic Chamber of Commerce for West Palm Beach. So
Really?
I also had a whole group with me. That's why my database is amazing.
And you're all going to be over at the Read It, Write It workshop in Wellington this weekend.
I am. I signed up, and I'm actually going to be in a panel as one of the publishers. So I'm very excited. It's going to be on Saturday at the Wellington Green Mall from 11 a.m. to, I think, 4 p.m. And I'm actually, so it's going to be fun. It's for the kids again, you know. I always say kids, arts, close to my heart. So they're going to have writing panels and dress according to your character for the kids. And so it's going to be interesting. So, and this is
Can't
their
wait to
second annual, so this is great.
See what
Yes.
Frank's gonna, what character he's coming dressed as. I hope he sticks with like an archangel and we don't go.
Frank.
Ruffalo. He's going to be doing the publishing workshop, I guess, with you as well.
Right. I guess he's going to be on stage with me.
And Lynn's going to be there. Sally, you should go.
Yes, when is it?
Saturday.
Okay.
At Wellington Mall. Green.
Okay.
Wellington
I'll
Green
talk to you
Mall.
more. Yes, absolutely.
And yes, we'll talk about it. but
Great.
definitely
Heidi
should
Hess is
show up.
organizing it, and she was here, and she got to meet some of our authors,
Heidi
and they're going to be there.
should have hired Frank to sing at this event. I've done a lot of book shows, and there's a lot of stuff going on. And then what you do is you have a singer, and it brings the
Oh,
crowds in.
it does.
It
you
brings
gotta
the
have music,
crowds in. Oh
especially
my
live
goodness
music.
gracious.
Like, I don't know why we don't have more live music all over. It attracts people, and you engage with the performer. And I mean, you see me. I'm a performer, so obviously that's why I'm going to give you all my energy because I appreciate what it is to perform, to be on stage and entertain us.
I felt it, so thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And we enjoyed having
It
you.
might have
so-
been mixed with some psychic, like.
I think well, for that song
I was sitting there.
selection, you were right on target with that one. 'Cause You had no
Yes.
idea what the next song was going to be. We had 3
That's
lined
what I'm
up.
saying.
And you
yes.
just never know. So Aldo's always there, and the funniest
He
coincidence
really is, yes.
is Heidi tells Lynn, I don't know what table you're going to be in, but you're going to be in this vicinity. And you know what store is behind this vicinity?
I'm afraid to ask.
Aldo's.
Aldo.
I can't even. So
I'm not even surprised anymore. I still get that hour moment, but it's just really unbelievable the last couple of months. So
Well, they
just
call it coincidence.
reconnected
but
with
it's
no,
not.
yeah,
Coincidence
oh,
not.
he has since he passed 18
reconnecting.
months
Wow,
ago.
that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yes, but it wasn't even for me anymore. It's for the people around me
Correct.
because I truly, I mean, it's hard to say I don't believe that, but people around me are hearing from him. He's got more friends now than he did when he was on this earth.
Does he? He's more known now, right?
Which he
No,
didn't
because
want.
You're bringing him forward.
Yes, he didn't want that in his lifetime, but he wanted me to pursue it, but he's there.
And you're sharing the message. So people can call in today at 3 o'clock?
Yes, any question, anything that's on your mind, anything I don't have to know beforehand, and I will answer.
All right. And who do you have lined up tomorrow, Karina, for your show?
I actually am doing something about metaphysical science because people are still asking what is metaphysics.
What is
And
metaphysics?
That's what we're going to discuss in tomorrow's show.
Gotta tune in
So
tomorrow.
I am getting 4 alumni of the University of Metaphysics where I graduated, and we're going to just discuss what's metaphysics and how we can incorporate it in our everyday life using, again, our spiritual universal laws and just how to move forward and live our conscious lifestyle. So yeah, it's kind of, but so the fun part is one person we're streaming from Colorado, Reverend Marcus, and one we're streaming from the Philippines.
Wow.
Poor lady, she's going to be up at 3 a.m. in the morning because I think we're like 12 hours
I was going
difference.
to ask you on the time difference on that one.
Yeah.
She must love you.
She
Nice.
is happy to be on, and like I said, we're global. We know people all over the world, and we should take advantage of that exposure and expand and connect with everyone all over.
That's
so.
right. You know, it's really funny you say that because after I went to Magic Kingdom yesterday, we drove up to Mount Dora. And I wanted to know why the hell do they call anything in Florida Mount anything, right? Then I found out it's 182 feet above sea level. So when you drive there, you're sort of driving up, and it goes down, and you drive up again. So I'm sitting there, and we walked to town, and I'm sitting there, I have my Brooklyn Cafe TV show hat on, and this lady named Kathy from West Palm Beach comes over. Comes running over with a carriage. I thought it was a baby in the carriage, it was a dog.
The dog. Yeah.
So I said, nice kid. And she says to me, the Brooklyn Cafe show, I know you. I watch you. And I said, in Mount Dora? She says, no, I'm from West Palm Beach. I says, and you came all the way up here to see me. Thank you.
Your following's everywhere.
And she says to me, no, my husband is what was he, Turkish? And there's a Turkish restaurant there.
Okay.
And he eats only there. I says, you drive 2 hours to come and eat? Boy, this food must be really, really good.
When they have their antique fairs, you gotta go. You gotta go when they've got their huge antique festival.
So do you know that there is a bomb shelter built in Mount Dora? It was built for $2,000. 25 families got together and they built this because there was a book called Bayou, where Miami and Fort Lauderdale were destroyed by nuclear weapons. So when that book came out, they decided to build this bomb shelter. Nobody knows where it is. So you know me, I started asking people, where's this bomb shelter? So I found that they gave me a YouTube video to watch, and I kept begging Linda, so I'm gonna go back to see if I find it.
You know those glass red tiebacks we had on the drapes?
Yeah.
They're from Mount Dora.
Are they? Mount Dora is an amazing little sleepy town. Antiques galore.
Antiques are great.
Pablo, that owns the Mexican restaurant, I have pictures of it as well. So hello to them as well, because they're watching. I gotta tell you, you never know who's watching. Never know. So do your best, keep it going, and it's nice to walk in. I mean, 2 hours from here, the lady runs with this, I know you.
You never know.
I have to share the other day, you know, I don't sleep through the night, so sometimes I'm up all night, either reading or whatever, walking through the house. But I turned on the TV to watch Netflix, and I, for the first time, finally watched The McDonald's Story with Michael Keaton. And back then, the inspirational stuff were on records. And he puts it on, and I don't know who the author was. But at the end, he says, he goes, you don't need knowledge, you don't need education, you don't need anything. All you need is persistence, consistency. And just keep doing it, and it gets better, and whatever that is. And it's true. It's with time that you get whatever you want. And every time we quit and restart and quit and restart, and then you wonder, oh, why is things not working for me? Well, you can't constantly, I always do the analogy of the old water pump. You know, it takes a lot of effort to get the water going, a drip, but once it gets going, it's gonna flow. But every time you stop, you gotta start from scratch. So once you get started, I always say, you don't reset, you pause, and then you keep going.
Keep going.
And you build on and build on.
I guess like this, The Power of Patience.
The Power of Patience.
It's a great magazine. We just got it this morning. How do people join the Meta Lifestyle Magazine Club?
At the metalifestylemagazine.com/club, and there's all the different levels for whatever, like I said, whatever you want to do. If you just want to come out, socialize, have a couple of drinks with us, just, meet together. I'm going to be having my first meet and greet in March, the second Tuesday in March. And then I have other, groups and online, Facebook, whatever, for those that really want to either come on a show, or you want to promote your event, you want to promote whatever that is. And then if they're really serious people that want to grow their business, like honest, serious, grow the business. And I have a whole platform set up just for that. So
awesome. All right,
yes,
Frank,
I've
you got
been
one
doing
more
this
song
for a long
us?
time.
Josh, can we take it out for
wait
one
a
more?
minute. Let me look at you. We'll get one coming.
What do you think?
I don't know, but he might be tired.
You too tired? No.
That'll
He's
be
a
interesting
performer.
to see what he
He's a
comes up
performer.
with.
You know what they say? Last set, best set.
Well, he sure as hell has a lot of fans. Look at this.
I know. It's pretty nice.
I'm giving him a message.
You're going to send him a message? We're going to see if Sally's going to telepathically send you the song.
I don't know
Mariska
why
got-
I'm thinking of this song, but
Mariska, thank you so much for joining us. Check out the Cornell Museum. Big event on March 2nd. It's fashion show. March 3rd is a great shopping day, spotlighting the vendors and benefiting the Achievement Center in Delray Beach. So it's a win-win, some fashion, some fun. Get out. Josh apparently is buying tickets, and you're going to have a good time. Tune in today at 3 o'clock for Call Me Zena with host Sally Bernard calling with any questions. Tomorrow we've got the Meta Lifestyle Magazine show, and today right after this show at 2:30 we're going to have Karen's show Latin Hustle with Karen. See who she's going to be interviewing.
Might be doing a double header.
We're going to have Frank take us out. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and we will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time. Fat Tuesday.
Let's take it to Frankie.
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances we'd be sharing love before the night was through? Something in your eyes was so inviting, something in your smile was so exciting, something in my heart told me I must have you. Strangers in the night, two lonely people, we were strangers in the night, up to the moment when we said our first hello. Little did we know, love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. Ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight, in love forever. It turned out so right for strangers in the night. Love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. Ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight, in love forever. It turned out so right for strangers in the night.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.